So, everybody ready? Good evening. I would like to call to order the Village of Greenwood Lake Board meeting for Wednesday the 19th. It is now 6:01. Please rise if you can for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call of board members.
Mayor Howie,
Present.
Trustee Polari,
Present.
Trustee Cellier,
Present.
Trustee Trujillo is absent, Trustee Vap,
Present.
Attorney Toll.
Present.
Okay.
Folders here.
Okay, just some brief announcements. Everyone knows last year at this time, we were just finishing up on a trying couple of weeks with the Jennings Creek wildfires. Can't believe it's a year. I'm happy it's a year. I'm happy we've gotten more rain this year than last year. It's something that was definitely humbling for those of us who lived here, worked here, or did anything here. Can't thank the first responders, the firemen, the state police, everybody for the job they did last year and kept our village as safe as possible. Thank you all again. Halloween festival, we just recently had, obviously.
Eric Hastings opened up his entire house for the people to sleep there, the firemen, and he fed them and everything else.
Thank you, thank Eric. Yeah, I spoke with Eric during the things last year, so thank you. Halloween festival went off without a hitch. It was a good day. Kathy, you have anything to add on that? Just a great night for the Boy Scouts, everybody who came.
Just a big thank you to Karen Mins and Rich Brennan for all they do with the Boy Scouts and for the trail, and all the volunteers that helped Rich to set up all the electricity, and all the volunteers that helped scare and everything else for the whole entire day, and all the vendors, and for Matt Buckley for pretty much emptying his yard with all of his animatronics. So
Obviously, it takes a lot of people, a lot of personnel, a lot of moving parts, so everyone loves it, and it's a good fundraiser for the Boy Scouts. Also, we recently had a Mind Matters event at Winstanley Field. I would like to thank Chad Cellier's daughter for taking on such an important topic. It's sometimes it becomes taboo, but she was able to open it up to everybody to come and get a little educated, rally, and offer support for those who might need these services. Thank you to Elijah McGee, Boy Scout Troop 121. If you look over by our Christmas tree over by Winstanley Park, he put a beautiful informational board for those strolling the village. You can walk up to it, read it. There'll be current events. There'll be various upcoming posters for upcoming events for various organizations. He did a really nice job on that. Also, I want to thank the members of American Legion Post 1443 for their annual Veterans Day service, well attended, and I'm very happy to see that organization continue to remember our veterans on Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Also like to offer condolences to the family of John Tracy, who recently passed away. John was on our zoning or planning board. His wife Marilyn is the current village historian, and his son Hart is involved in a lot of projects. So our condolences do go out to them. Rifle season started last Saturday in the southern zone. If you're gonna go out into the woods, if you're gonna hike, if you're gonna want to take a walk, if you're gonna take your dog out, please wear some colors that you can be seen. Blaze orange is what they typically use, lime green, just something. But be cognizant that there are a lot of people out there with guns who don't necessarily carry guns all year long except for 1 or 2 days a year, so be careful. I got some correspondence, Mike Emsworth, regarding Francis and Lyons Field, New York State Department of Health, regarding a grant award letter, Orange County Department of Human Resources, Police Sergeant eligibility list, Ray Warden, part-time police officer's letter of resignation, Lakeland Realty of Orange County and JDC Development petition for amendments to the zoning code of the Village of Greenwood Lake, Eileen Astorino, Town Clerk, to requesting to be reappointed as Register of Vital Statistics for the Village of Greenwood Lake. That's all the correspondence. Visiting elected officials. I see Floyd D'Angelo back there. Okay, thank you, Floyd. Okay, go right into reports of departments heads. Parks and Recreation, Brendan. We do ask if you're going to speak, if you come up to the podium. We get it on the feed better.
So for the month of October, beginning of November, we removed all the flags, removed all the hanging baskets, brought down all the veteran banners, repaired the fences by the water tower, repaired broken locks that were up there, increased security near the water tower, began fall cleanups around the village, regular garbage collection, cleaned out the garden by the senior center. The Lions Club and Grow Local are doing a project there, so we're assisting them. They got wood chips down for the grass. Began getting the holiday decorations ready and prepared plows and sanders for winter weather.
Thank you. And we just had a meeting with the Boy Scout, with the
with the-
Little League regarding our field situation for next year. And just to add one thing about the park, the Lions have expressed interest in the little park between the senior center and the Sunoco station. It's not popularly named, but it's called Sunshine Park. It kind of got lost in the shuffle, a lot of overgrown trees, bushes, etc. So we're in the process of opening up. They have a conceptual little artist rendering of how we're looking to make it look. It's going to be more inviting. It's right in the middle of town, so opening everything up, there's a gazebo you can sit. I think it'll get a lot more use. So Nancy, take it back to the Lions. Thank you for taking on that little project. DPW, Bill?
You got my report. I can only add to it that all the trucks are ready except one, and it should be ready by Friday, so we're ready to go.
Okay, very good.
And we're still getting some hot mix, so we can still patch a little bit. We'll see how long that lasts.
Until
Next
it runs
couple
out.
weeks, they're gonna shut us down. so-
Okay. Okay.
it.
So if you're out there with potholes, let us know.
Okay.
Thank you, Bill.
Yep.
Anybody have any questions for Bill? Okay. Police, Chief Adam Iron.
Good evening, everyone. My report will be brief tonight. The Greenwood Lake Police Department for October 2025 handled 783 blotter reports, conducted 100 traffic stops, issued 46 traffic summonses, handled 2 motor vehicle accidents, responded to 35 check welfare assist citizens, along with 14 medical aided calls, and 8 arrests were executed. Our average response time for the month was approximately 2.5 minutes. Proud to report that. We have no new hires or rehires. We do have one resignation. He was a part-time police officer, Ryan Warden, accepted a career opportunity as a full-time police officer with the Town of Newburgh Police Department. We wish him the best of luck in his new role. Our annual Christmas festival will be held on Saturday, November 29th, beginning at 12 p.m. Residents should expect increased pedestrian vehicular traffic throughout the business district and are reminded to drive carefully and stay alert for children and families while enjoying the festivities. That is the end of my report. Any questions?
Thank you.
Oh, you guys have a wonderful evening.
You were right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Clerk Holder will read the water report from Water Operator Phil Landrew.
Water project report for October and November 2025. For the months of October and November, the department has been busy with plant operations, daily, weekly, monthly sampling and reporting, as well as water utility markouts and excavations as needed. Carl Hughes, our control specialist, has installed a new water level transmitter so we can accurately monitor our bulk storage, tank levels, and installed our new control panel touchscreen, allowing us to remotely access our plant operations. The Wattawa Park Summer Water System, the Bark Park, the concession stand, and the Green Lake Park Beach have all been shut down and winterized. The well motor starter has been malfunctioning, causing the well to trip. The new starter is ordered and scheduled to be replaced upon arrival. The State Health Department is in process of approving the village's plant upgrade design plans. After the necessary revisions are made and the approval process is complete, the village will be able to begin with our plant upgrade. The department would like to thank Brendan Colasar, the Building and Grounds Department, for the progress in repairing the upstairs office and roof. We would also like to thank the town DPW for their excavation services with all the main and service repair issues that arise regularly. And that's the end of his report.
Thank you. Okay, right into trustees' reports. Trustee Polari.
Thank you. Good evening. I have a brief report today for the Greenwood Lake Senior Center, just to remind everyone that Medicare open enrollment continues until December 7. If you need a ride, if you need assistance, the Office of the Agent is available to help seniors make these decisions and change their coverage. And they could call 845-615-3710 if they need a ride or if they need assistance with making those decisions for Medicare. As for the library, they are having tomorrow a workshop for citizens to learn emergency readiness, and this is being offered with state emergency services, so those who are able to attend are encouraged to attend tomorrow this workshop with the library for readiness in case of emergencies. Also, the library is holding a toiletries and hygiene products supply for the Greenwood Lake Pantry, and it's called Food for Fines. If you are able to bring new sealed items for the library, if you have any fines, they could be waived. And also you are supporting the food pantry, who is in need of toiletries and hygiene products that you could donate. As for the chamber, they had a comedy night on November 8th, which was very successful. And all the procedures from that event are used for the chamber to give back to the community, to the local businesses, and also to support their season giving, in which they are donating turkeys for the food pantry to give to our local residents. The chamber has also donated the horse and carriage ride services for our winter holiday. We are very grateful to the chamber for their generosity, and we ask everyone to please support Small Business Saturday as well as the holiday festival. We are going to use the opportunity of having the horse and carriage to have a cozy ride around down Windermere Avenue, but also to see our businesses and encourage people to participate as well in shopping local on Saturday. For the school, the end of the first marking quarter was November 14, and report cards will be going to parents and available in the portal as of this Monday. The 8th grade visited Chester and Warwick for their decision, which they will be making shortly as to which high school they will be attending. And as well as the school is being asked to help us with volunteers for the festival. So they could have their hours, reaching out to all our middle schoolers to come and help us participate with setting up the festival for this coming Saturday after Thanksgiving. And that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Polari. Trustee Selye, your report.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll start with my building department report. In the month of October, the fees collected total $7,250. That was down 38% from the previous month. 70% of those fees are attributed to building permits, annual inspections, and municipal searches. The new permit activity, 23, that was 20% down from the previous month, with construction improvements and construction costs totaling about $250,000, also down from the previous month. 20 new permits were opened, 3 permits were granted certificates. Building permits closed out with 16, that was up 14% from the previous month. 15 certificates of compliance and 1 CO was issued. There were 4 complaints, resulted in 4 violations: property maintenance, rental registration, 1 stop work order, and an unsafe building violation was issued. The ZBA and Planning Board met in the month of October. There was a new application, a request for an area variance, demo of an existing single-family residence, construction of a new family residence on a pre-existing non-conforming lot. Those area variances were granted by the board. Just one additional note: that property did upgrade their septic tank from a 750-gallon to a 1,000-gallon septic tank. So that was one of the conditions for granting that area variance, which is an improvement. The tentative date for the November meeting is November 25th, located in Village Hall. The Comprehensive Plan Committee, so an important update here. So the Greenwood Lake Comprehensive Plan Committee has a workshop scheduled for Thursday, December 4th, from 6 p.m. to 8:30, located at the Greenwood Lake Elementary School in the gymnasium area. Right, that's located at 80 Waterstone Road. This will help shape the future of the village and allow everyone attending that workshop to contribute to the vision and priorities of the comprehensive plan update. The people who want to attend that workshop, it's open to everyone, can arrive anytime between 6 and 8:30 to participate in this very flexible open house event. There'll be 6 interactive stations, including a welcome station. There'll be a vision for the future station, strengths and opportunities, village priorities, places and connections, and village enhancements. So pretty much everyone, whether you took the survey or not, however you're connected to the village, we do encourage you to come out to this workshop on December 4th from 6 to 8:30, and it's flexible. You can arrive at any time between those hours, and you can participate in any of the interactive stations. We do ask you to start with the welcome station. You'll get a handout guide that will give you an overview of all the stations, and you also get materials like pens and Post-it notes for participation. So the goal of the workshop is to allow the Comprehensive Plan Committee to further flesh out the vision statement, topics, goals, and recommendations, all of which were pulled from the survey that is still open, and that we have now a date where we're looking to close that survey of December 7th. So you'll also have an opportunity between now and December 7th to take the survey. You'll have an opportunity that evening to also take the survey. That will be there at the Welcome Center as well. As a reminder, there's 22 questions. It takes about 10 minutes. The demographic questions, questions about your view, your current view and future vision of the village, and they're open-ended questions about what you love and what you think the challenges that exist here in the village. No update for the month of October for economic development, and no highlights for around the village this month. That ends my report.
Thank you. Trustee Vett?
Good evening. News from local organizations. The Elks are having their hoop shoot, which is a basketball free throw contest, Saturday, December 6th, 10 a.m. at the Greenwood Lake Elementary School for children 8 to 13 years of age, and that age is as of April 1st, 2025. The Elks are also holding their Memorial Day services for departed Elk members on Sunday, December 7th, 12 noon at the Elks Lodge. They are having a karaoke and membership drive Friday, January 9th at 7 p.m. at the Greenwood Lake Elks Lodge. For info on any of those events, call 845-477-2067. The American Legion just completed their Veterans Day services. They are having a music trivia and dance party fundraiser on January 31st, 7 to 11 p.m. And that is at the Greenwood Lake Post in Greenwood Lake. The Lions have just completed a successful winter clothing drive. They will also be at the Thanksgiving Farmers Market, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. this Saturday, November 22nd. They will be selling a 50-50, and that winner will be drawn at the Holiday Festival on Saturday, November 29th. On the lake, just a safety reminder, anyone out on the lake in a vessel less than 21 feet needs a PFD on from November 1st to May 1st. The beach and the summer concert series, work is underway with both of those items for a very successful season in 2026. Information and technology. The video conference system is now up and operational in our conference room, and the new computer is up and running that went in junction with the upgrade to the touch screen at the water department. In future workshops, we are going to need to discuss some technologies that are coming to end of life and the possible replacement options for those as well. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, trustee. That, Attorney Matt.
Nothing to report publicly.
Clerk Holden, your report?
Just a reminder that tomorrow Village Hall will be closed for our records management. That's it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, old business, very little on old business. Leaf and brush drop off. Okay, the last day that the town will be picking up leaves on Thursday will be November 26th, which is a Wednesday because Thanksgiving is the Thursday. Okay, so the Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving, leaves will be picked up as they have been, and that'll be the last day. We are gonna continue the drop-off at our drop-off point right by Lions Field up in the hill. That's on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon, and that drop-off will last until 12:13. That'll be the last day. Just a reminder, so we had this last week, leaves must be put in the biodegradable brown bags, not plastic. The whole idea of composting, you can't compost with plastic, so we can't go pick up 30 bags of leaves that are full of plastic. You know, so put them up there in the biodegradable bags. New business. Let's see, we spoke about the holiday festival, Saturday the 29th, noon to 6. Comprehensive plan workshop, Shad spoke about. This is your opportunity, okay? We're telling everybody, we're publicizing the heck out of it. Come down to the elementary school, they're gonna have displays, they're gonna have question and answers we have engineers, planners. Come down, this is a good time to speak. I hate to hear people a year from now saying, I didn't know about that. You have the opportunity to come down. Please, if you have the time, come down there. Food pantry, the government went back to work, so I guess SNAP benefits they're supposed to be picking up. But food pantries this time of the year are dire need of extra things. Hot, packaged goods, dry goods, and stuff like that. It's open on Saturday mornings. This week, they're gonna be distributing everything out of our teen center downstairs. Excuse me, because obviously Thanksgiving time, they get a bigger crowd. There's more to offer, and we're trying to provide the best we can. Patty Nolan does a great job with the food pantry. So if you're inclined to donate product, please do. If you have the ability to write a check, I think that'll go a long way also. We have a letter to the residents from the building department. It's going to be going out, not necessarily in the next week or two, but I just wanted to throw this out there. So if you receive something from the building department regarding long-term, short-term rentals, any kind of rentals, we're sending it village-wide. If you have rentals, they're supposed to be registered with the building department. Sometimes people might forget, and they need to be reminded. That's what this letter is going to do, to remind everybody. And this is for safety. This isn't a money grab. This is for safety. We have to do fire inspections on all these rentals. So if you have a rental that you might possibly did not come register, now's a good time. No questions asked. You're going to come register so you can get on the sheet to get your inspections. That'll be going out within a month, I'm imagining. So when you get that, that's what it's about. It probably doesn't involve but a handful of people, but we want to get it to every village resident, so to determine if not they have these long-term or short-term rentals. We're also going to have a presentation under new business. We're going to do that now, correct?
Just the holiday light contest.
Oh, sorry?
The holiday light contest.
Oh, the holiday light, I'm saying, you speak about that. This is our baby. This is a holiday light contest.
This is for everybody that lives within the Greenwood Lake School District. Anybody that wants to enter the contest, registration is online through our Facebook page or our webpage. Registration deadline is December 12th. Judging will take place the week of December 15th, and winners will be announced on December 22nd. Contest categories will be best overall, most creative and original, and best holiday theme. And there will be prizes from local businesses. Murphy's is the grand prize. They've always donated, and it's a $100 gift certificate with a basket from them. That's all I have to say about that.
Who are the
Okay.
judges?
This one is going to be online. You're all supposed to go and look at the houses.
So
There
we're the
were,
judges.
yes, all of you guys are supposed to go look at the map. There will be a map published. We also are going to do an online poll of all those houses that submit.
Cool. Thank you. We're gonna have a presentation of, recently I've been approached, regarding a potential project in Greenwood Lake to, make some upgrades and some changes, to a piece of property. So at this time, I'd like to call up Attorney Krahulik and Jeff, and they're gonna give a short presentation, petition the board. It involves a zoning change. Nothing is happening tonight. This is the first of many public workshops. So we're starting here tonight, and I'll hand it over to Attorney Krahulik.
Thank you, Mayor. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for turning my back
No,
to you.
please talk it out,
thanks. My name is Bob Krahulik. I'm the attorney for JD Development. With me tonight are the principals Jeff Hart and Dan Coliani. JD is under contract to buy the former Sterling Room, which we're all very well aware of, that's located on Sterling Road. We have petitioned the town board to amend the zoning code to allow what is commonly referred to the adaptive reuse of abandoned and dilapidated buildings. This is requested to give the developer, not only for this property, but other properties that are improved by dilapidated abandoned buildings throughout the village, some incentive to make the investment required to turn these buildings around. The Sterling Room, of course, is a great example. Crick's Maplewood Inn would have been a great example until it was torn down. We've got the Rainbow Inn. Future of those properties is in question right now. Other great examples of adaptive reuse are the Optimum Cablevision offices, which was an old restaurant. It's really been turned around and sits at the gateway of the village, and something the village can be proud of. The old bowling alley, another example of a piece of property that was an adaptive use project where they took a bowling alley and turned it into useful space, much more attractive than the abandoned building that used to be there. The adaptive reuse would really do one thing. It would allow additional uses within a zoning district that would otherwise prohibit those uses. Some of the examples that we have proposed would be professional offices, indoor sports facilities, in this particular case, bed and breakfasts or multifamily housing. Without a change in zoning, the uses permitted in certain zoning districts are somewhat limited and don't give the developers the incentive they need to take a building that's sitting there and convert it into something unique and special and worth the financial investment it will take to turn these properties around. With that being said, I'm going to ask Jeff and Dan to briefly just illustrate what's there today and what their vision is in the future that would only be able to proceed with a change in zoning that we're proposing.
Everybody's familiar with the Sterling Room. That's been like this for 30 years, since I was probably 5. Remember coming by it. This is our vision for a change to the Sterling Room into some multifamily and some short-term rental units by just taking what's there and making it nicer and getting rid of the eyesore.
It would essentially be 10 apartments with a 7-room Airbnb down below, a bed and breakfast, with a common area that has probably a pool table, possibly foosball. The idea behind the building is that it'll fit more in with kind of our lake scenery. It's going to look like a nice mountain cabin on a lake. It's not going to just be an old, shut down, dilapidated restaurant.
So procedurally, we're asking the board to, not tonight, but over the next couple of months, examine our petition, follow the necessary steps to consider approving the petition, and that would just be the beginning of the process. The applicant would then have to go to the planning board and go through the full site plan review process to ensure that there's adequate parking, adequate drainage, that the septic system is working properly, and that there will be no adverse impacts on traffic or any adverse impacts on neighboring properties. I think with that being said, we wanted to keep it short tonight.
Thank you.
Does the board have any questions for me?
Nope,
Okay.
I was fortunate enough to talk to you one-on-one, and that's why we're here tonight,
Yep.
to at least let you guys put your boots on the ground and start the process.
Great, thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just to add, what the attorney said was, the process is lengthy. There are a million things that have to take place, but you have to start from the beginning, and that's why it was important that they were able to come here tonight and at least present it to the board. And obviously, we'll get our engineers and attorneys on board, and we'll figure out how we move further. Thank you very much on that.
And I'll just add, we had a workshop, we started reviewing it and looking at it. This is not thank you for presenting, but we've
Right.
already started to take it under consideration, so I think it's.
But this was I wanted the
Yeah,
official,
official, yeah.
out in public, so we're all good. Okay, any, no questions on that, so, okay. Events, teen centers, Tuesday nights, community center, 51 Waterstone Road, between the hours of 4 and 6, for 2nd and 5th graders. ZBA tentative dates for November and December on November 25th, December 9th, December 23rd. They meet Village Hall, 18 Church Street at 7:30. One more time, Farmers Market, One Up, this Saturday. They're doing it for Thanksgiving. First time they've done it. If you're around and you need some extra things for your Thanksgiving meal, please stop by, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Winstanley Park. I spoke about the leaf and brush drop-off. We spoke about the tree lighting, the comprehensive plan workshop. I'll reiterate, December 4th, please come out. Maddie spoke about the hoop shoot at the elementary school, and the Greenwood Lake Commission meeting will be December 16th, 7 p.m., and that'll be at the Senior Center in Greenwood Lake, 132 Windermere Avenue. Okay, privilege of the floor. Any items? Come on up, Roderick.
Your Honor, ladies of the board and gentlemen of the board, sir.
I just need you to state your name and your address.
My name is Eric Hastings, and I'm at 32 Edgemere Ave,
Thank you.
and Greenwood Lake, obviously. I'm here because I'm having trouble getting a building permit. This is my third time in front of this board. The first time was the initial plan was passed unanimously, and then we went through the process, the planning board, the ZBA, and everything we had to do. And the final plan was presented, and that was passed unanimously.
When did you go in front of the planning board?
The planning board was right around
2019,
beginning of-
2020?
Yeah, about,
Yeah, five years ago.
5 years
Okay,
ago.
I just want to get a good timeline.
so it's taken some time, but during that time,
No, I just want to ask a question. Didn't they tell you you can come get a permit then?
No.
5 years, they told you no.
correct.
Okay. I would disagree,
Actually,
but go ahead.
Um,
Sorry for interrupting. Let
Not
me
a
talk
problem,
here.
not a problem.
I just want to make sure I understand, that's why.
So this happened immediately prior to COVID. One of the delays that happened at that time was many of the municipal meetings were canceled. The zoning board meetings were canceled, the ZBA meetings were canceled, because nobody wanted to interact with other people during the COVID pandemic. So that threw a real wrench. And then I was told I would never get a permit by one of the officials from the town, who's no longer with the town. So money goes where it's treated best. I went someplace else and did something else and took a little time off. And since that time, we've gotten some upgrades in the building department, and the town has been restaffed. And I'm readdressing this issue. I have an approved site plan for this. I want a building permit, and that's why I'm here in front of you. A lawyer called me not this gentleman, I believe.
From his firm, though.
Okay, from his firm. A lawyer called me about an hour
Just
ago.
so he called at my direction, just so you know that.
All right.
He just didn't cold call you, though.
He called me an hour before this meeting. A month and a half ago, I gave the village clerk a check for $14,200 for the bond for this, and was told all I needed was an easement and an indemnification form, which I produced in 15 minutes. 15 minutes I produced it. The indemnification comes as part, it's standard to have the indemnification come as part of the easement. It's a very common.
The easement was given to you, I believe, on September 14th, correct? Of this year.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
so-
the easement handled a lot of the questions about who would own the wall, who would be responsible for the wall, who would be responsible for the drainage, and whatever maintenance had to be done.
Can I ask a question? Easement is from?
The easement is from you're the grantor.
Okay.
The village of Greenwood Lake is the grantor, and I'm the grantee.
Got it.
Judy, who's also here, Judy and I
Right.
are the owners of the home. The wall, for some of you, you may not remember it, as most of you aren't here. If you want to see pictures of it, it was something like this. Not something, this is what the wall, I superimposed it on the property.
I've seen it.
You've seen it, and you guys have seen it.
Basically, the wall's on village property. That's.
Well, actually,
Well, then why would we have gotten an easement if we didn't, wasn't on village property?
well, I'm gonna answer that.
Okay.
Yes, the wall is on village property, but it's also on my property, like the existing wall. There's an existing stone wall that's in a state of decay, a big state of disrepair. I have pictures of it. And I have pictures of where the storm drain is missing that I agreed to replace at my own expense to the town standard. The town gave me the standard, I'll put the drain in, no problem. And that is unquestionably not on my property. I want the project completed and I want it to be a perfect job. I have done everything that I'm required to do, and I have gone further and done everything I've been requested to do. Those are two different things. What I've been requested to do is not required. I have agreed to do everything to expedite this project.
Just want to interrupt you on one thing. No one here, we granted you the the easement. So that was done in good faith at the September 24th meeting, okay? You were granted in 2019 or 20, the planning board approved your project. You did not take out a permit for a year. And hear me
I couldn't
out.
get it. I wasn't
Hold on, hear me
able to
out.
take out a permit.
Well, you didn't take out a permit, and the
I couldn't get one then.
Why not? The planning board authorized you to do the wall.
Yes, but
5
the
years
ZBA
ago.
did not.
Okay, but
That matter had to go to court, and as a matter of fact, the village retained Mr. Ziobro, who I don't
Right.
believe he obviously doesn't represent the village anymore, but Mr. Ziobro had to be retained by the village
Right.
because this matter had to,
Right.
and he called, like the other gentleman, he called me an hour before the court appointment and said, "Hey, buddy, we
Well,
can work this out."
He didn't call you buddy.
Yes, he did. Actually, he did. You were not privy to the phone
He
call.
called
Right.
at my direction.
Okay.
He's not a lawyer sitting in his office. Said, "Let me give Eric Hastings a call half an hour before."
You weren't mayor when he called me.
I'm talking about tonight.
Oh, tonight, okay.
I'm talking about tonight. But what I want to bring up to you, when a planning board makes a decision and you don't take out a permit, for whatever reason, for 1 year, that decision is rendered old and garbage. Now, when you wanted to reinvent your wall recently, I'm all for it. Number one, I think it's going to be aesthetically beautiful, and I think it's going to add to it. That's why when I spoke to the board, everyone was in agreement.
Okay.
Hold on.
I have the floor. The zoning board is not
If you
authorized
have
to
the
give me a
floor,
permit.
if you want to play by the rules, you have the floor for 3 more minutes, and then if you don't want to have a little
I'm
dialogue,
listening to what you're
then
saying.
Okay,
But what you're saying is not correct. The zoning board does not have the authority to issue me a permit. So what you're saying is
okay. Then I would have to check
well,
my
tell me,
source.
do they? Tell me. What do I have to do? Please.
Okay,
Give
here's
me
what you
the-
gotta do.
Give me what I have to do
Okay.
to get the permit.
Okay, so
You've
here's
cashed my checks.
Here's where we go. Well, you have to cash checks. You don't sit on checks. Here's what you have to do. And there has been a little delay because there's been a communication difference with insurance. This right now revolves nothing about building, whose property it is, yours, mine. It's about liability and indemnification. Now, I know you told me it's easy peasy for you, but all you want me to do is give you a piece of paper and get you guys there. And I perfectly understand that. But my duty is not to make you happy tonight. You know what my duty is? To everybody sitting there, that 15 years from now, when someone crashes into that wall and someone gets injured or killed, we know we're getting sued. But we need the proof that we are indemnified and it stays with the property. Now, if that's taken a little longer than we might want, you have to understand that. Now, that's why I had that attorney call you tonight, because he explained it to me, and now I have a better understanding. He said that form that you have, while it's well-intentioned and good, and that's what I would have brought. So this isn't on you. It means nothing until he sees the policy. So I told him tonight, what do I have to do to give this gentleman his permit to build this? And he said, I want to see the policy for the construction, okay? I don't expect you to, hold on. I don't expect you to take out a policy today for something that might not be completed for 6 months. But we have to have provisions in place to protect the village of Greenwood Lake and its citizens from a $10 million lawsuit that probably will never happen, but quite possibly could. And it could be while I'm in California somewhere. So I'm looking for the future. And if it puts your thing on hold, you're right to a degree that there were communication gaps. But I'm not an insurance person and I'm not a land use attorney. And I spoke to that guy. I was on the phone today for your project, way longer than I should have been, up to 2.5 to 3 hours, okay? And I had 2 attorneys going back and forth, trying to figure out exactly. And Steve Holman, who was the sign from this gentleman's firm to, this is what he does. He explained it to me the best he could. And I understand him, but my insurance acumen is low, okay? So I said, why don't you do me a favor? So we're cutting out a middleman, middle person, can you call this gentleman tomorrow and explain to him exactly from your perspective what's going to satisfy you to give me permission to sign off on it. And he said, Tom, if you have a meeting tonight, I'll gladly call him right now. And that's how the phone call originated. I tried to alleviate you coming to me and asking me questions that, like I said, I'm not an insurance broker, okay? And that's it. So if you can deal with this gentleman, Steve, and get exactly what he says, which isn't difficult, and while you believe that this is a little easement, it's not a little easement. It's on a roadway. It's on a roadway that's well-traveled. It's on a roadway where many things can happen, and all I'm looking to do is protect the people of Greenwood Lake. I apologize for whatever inconveniences you're going through, but you have to put yourself in my shoes and what I have to do. I don't have lawyers on staff to look at this gentleman and ask him a question, and he tells me do A, and I go, I don't think so. I'm going to do B. That's not how it works. When that attorney tells me, Tom, we're good to go, I will get out of my bed and come here at 7 o'clock in the morning and sign that for you. I want you to start that project. But we got to tighten up a couple of crossing T's and dotting a couple more I's. So if you want to talk to him, I'll get on a 3-way call. You can come here. We're going on a 3-way call. And that's what I'm trying to say. I want you to get your project.
And I believe that you do.
Okay.
This is better. You enter the community from that area.
I know all the good things.
Poison ivy, poison sumac. It looks terrible. The wall falling into the street.
It's lovely.
I'm happy to
Didn't we
clean it
do
up.
that easement like that? We did it as soon as we possibly could. Because I believe in it. I believe in the project, and I believe the way it's going to look. So the village board act.
He wrote it. He wrote it.
I know.
The attorney wrote it.
But easements and
he should
insurance
know.
policy
And
easement and insurance policy are 2 different things.
So, Mayor, can I have
Hold on 1 second, Chad. Please.
He wrote the easement, and it also states that I'm responsible for the wall, in perpetuity.
Right.
The insurance, he requested the insurance, very specific insurances from me, from the contractor.
Right.
That's been provided.
And,
Now,
and you must have been a little annoyed when he called you because you're not hearing him. That insurance is great, but it does not particularly show him exactly what it does. You did everything you were supposed to. You had the Greenwood Lake on it, as Village Greenwood Lake as the certificate holder, the person that they're covering. I get all that. And he explained to me tonight, and that's why I wanted him to explain it to you. So,
The 25 feet from the center line to the shoulder of the road, there's a 25-foot right-of-way, 50-foot wide road. When you go down, and I have done this personally, when you go down Edgemere Ave, there is almost no compliance from my property into the village.
okay.
This is an unreasonable request.
Providing insurance, protecting the village is unreasonable?
No, I didn't say that's unreasonable.
I'm trying to see where you're going.
To dissect this, the 25-foot wide and encroachment and the insurance on the 25-foot wide half of the road. The wall continuously collapsed into that area.
Right.
And I maintain it. I go in, I get the rocks and pull them back. The village has also come and pulled stuff
Right,
back.
okay.
The lawyer wrote it. The lawyer is responsible for doing the indemnification. It's been a long time. How much longer? I'll tell you what. I'll leave happy if I can have this in writing. That all I have to do is.
Well, I'm not writing anything right now.
Can I have it in writing tomorrow? Can Kathleen do
What
this
would you
tomorrow?
like me to write? That I promise you that I will.
That the lawyer, just what you said, that the lawyer's going to tell me what he wants for insurance.
We're on television.
And if I produce
you can download this whole thing tomorrow and have it live.
and then then I'll get a building permit.
I told you when you'll get the building permit. When he calls me up and says, Tom, we're good to go. Get that man his permit.
From day one, I have been unable to get a list of the requirements.
I'm trying to fix things. I can't take back everything where communication might have got missed. We are dealing with emails. We are dealing with missing phone calls, and I guess that's just the way it is in certain times. I apologize for that, but we are doing everything. We've been on the phone with those lawyers, and they've given me good answers. And tonight was probably the most accurate thing I've heard, and that's why I gave him your phone number. So he was the one that was going to help you. Now, if you didn't listen to him,
I listened to what he had to say, but he was speaking.
What? So then
he wasn't familiar with the project, and he doesn't know that part of the wall is already on village property. So if you hit that wall,
we're not disputing that. We gave you
we're
the
replacing
easement.
an existing wall.
Right, but now it's going to be encroaching.
It already is encroaching.
But Eric, the bottom line is we need insurance for it, and it's not
We
the
have it. I've
it's not the
provided everything
certificate.
you've
It's
asked
not.
for.
No, it's not. Apparently, that's why you come in. I'll call
can we
this
get
guy.
a lawyer that will tell me exactly what you want?
He called you about 45 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
45 minutes before the meeting. Gee,
Well,
that's great. How am I going to produce that?
I wanted him to just to give you his ideology on why.
Somebody was going to be here, and they could give the ideology.
Well,
if he's not familiar
well,
with it.
he's the one that I've been dialoguing with for the last 2 weeks. Don't you understand that? He's the one that is on top of the insurance, and
Then
he's
why
going
couldn't
to
he tell you
continue.
2 weeks ago what I need to do to get a permit?
Well, people do speak different. He said we need to get the insurance.
Okay,
So
he
you
couldn't
got
have
it.
told me 2 weeks ago. I would have it
well,
tonight.
I guess he didn't break it down maybe as much as he should
All right,
have.
all right.
That's it.
I'm going to bring this to an end.
Okay.
I'm going to come in tomorrow. I'm going to come in sometime tomorrow afternoon, and I would like something in writing saying.
I'm not giving you
that-
anything in writing tomorrow.
So I can have no list of what I need to do to
Oh,
get a
no,
building
no.
permit.
I thought you wanted a thing like a timeline. I'm not
No,
giving you a
I don't
timeline.
even need a timeline.
Yeah.
You tell me what you want me to produce,
Okay.
and I'll produce it and give me my permit.
Yes. How's that?
That's perfect.
Okay.
You're gonna tell me what I need to do.
I might call this gentleman up with you there.
I'll go
don't
to
have
his
to.
office. No,
You
let me
don't.
finish. I'll go to his office. I'll do whatever he asks me to do.
Okay.
I'll go to the office. I'll bring the forms back, notarize them, do whatever we have to do, and then I want my permit.
You will get it as soon as he tells me we're good. And you will come in tomorrow. I will call him up. I will arrange for a call. You, me, and the attorney. And we'll spell it all out explicitly, and it'll move from. I told him tonight I want to issue this gentleman a permit. So tell me exactly what, and he explained it to me quite in layman's terms. So now I have a better understanding. So that certificate of liability, it's worth the paper it's written on, just that much. He has to see the policy. I mean, I don't know
He
how
wants to
much
see
you know about.
the contractor's policy.
That's what we're dealing with right now. You have to have, you won't get a certificate of compliance at the end if you don't get it at the end, but I'm not making you jump through hoops and get both. You're gonna ultimately need
Again,
two.
what's the second?
The
What-
second one is for the perpetuity angle. This one here is for the construction. I want you to be able to start this project, okay? So, if he's satisfied with the insurance that your contractor is producing, and he can read it,
He couldn't have asked me this 2 months ago?
listen, I can't opine on 2 months ago. And it was September 24th, you just got the easement, and things don't go like that. That's just the way it works in government. I try to appease everybody. Sometimes things get bogged down. And believe me, Eric, what you're doing isn't the simple, easy peasy, your terms, situation. It's not like you're encroaching on someone's driveway, you're encroaching, you want to put something
I'm
in there.
replacing an existing wall. The wall is on my property and your
on a
property.
municipality's property. We have to do our due diligence.
And as a
to
taxpayer
ensure-
in the village, I'm glad we're doing that.
Okay, yeah.
But as the applicant also,
Yeah, I know.
we're being run in circles.
So I
This
think-
is costing the village an unreasonable amount of money.
But-
And the unreasonable delays
A
for me.
$25 million lawsuit 10 years from now, it gets offset by me spending a couple of dollars on attorneys today. So I think we're on the same page. You expressed yourself, I'm
Well,
expressing myself.
it's been expanded to 2 insurance. You want the insurance in perpetuity on the property from
We
the homeowner.
we don't necessarily, I'm telling you that. We
And
don't
you want
ne-
the contractor's insurance.
The contractor's insurance, the way it has to be, is the most important thing now. He will also explain to you exactly.
Tell me everything you want at one time so I can deliver it and get my project
Okay, well,
going.
How about tomorrow? Let me call him up and find out when he can take a call. Are you around tomorrow?
I will make myself available.
I will contact you as soon as, I'll have this gentleman here, maybe contact him after the meeting, because he has probably his good number, and we'll see if I can get a time, and I will text you this evening or tomorrow morning when we can get on a call with him, and we'll sit down in the conference room and try to fix this for you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So Hastings.
Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize, Chad. Did you have, I apologize, I forgot to go back to you. You good?
Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Okay, any questions for
Do
me?
you have any questions?
I'll speak to Mr. Honan.
Okay, you'll do that for me right
Yes,
after the meeting?
I can't speak to Mr. Honan's schedule tomorrow morning.
But you'll check.
But I will reach
And
out
I'll
to
make
him and
myself
schedule-
available
Yeah.
to expedite this.
As soon
If I need to go to the office in Nyack.
as soon as he gets back, to me, I'll let you know time.
Yeah, I don't believe that you have to come to our office, sir. I think we could do it by phone or with a follow-up email potentially. Is there anything specific any specific question you have now based on the conversation you had with Mr.
I want
Honan
to-
earlier?
Yes,
It's
I
once
want
and
a
done.
complete
Yeah.
list of what he requires to give the nod to the building department, or to the mayor and the building department to.
As do I.
issue-
So
issue me
we agree
information.
on something, Eric.
Tell me
I
what
want the same
Tell me
thing.
what you want.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, when was the original wall built, the one that you're replacing?
At least 20, 25 years ago. But it's only a rock wall.
It's only a rock wall, yeah, it's-
Haphazard at best. But it's 13 feet high in some places, and it's 500 feet long. So this is a substantial project, and it encroaches.
We're good except for the insurance. So I will text you or call you later.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else?
Yeah, anybody else privilege the floor on any items whatsoever? Okay. Passing through that. We have 2 resolutions tonight. We would like to enter into the
I
first,
just have one question.
come up
You have to
come up here,
Eric Hastings.
yeah. Come up here, give your name and address if you could, sir.
My name is Bob Coyne,
Can you spell it for me, please?
Coyman. Builder for 44 years.
What's your address, Mr. Coyman?
It's 53 Copper Hill Park, Ringwood, New Jersey. You can make this a whole lot easier. Why can't Eric just pull it back on his own property? And then he doesn't have to insure it.
Maybe you should talk to Eric about that.
No, will you accept that?
You asked me a cold question. How could I answer that now?
Well, very simple.
No, it's not simple. See, you're a builder, right?
Correct.
I'm not. So, it's not simple to me. Sometimes I need coaching.
Okay, get your coaches and ask.
I will.
just ponder it. If he
Are
puts
you
it,
asking, is he speaking for you now, Eric? You want to do this?
Yes, should I step back?
Oh, well, I'm asking you what you want. You just spent 15 minutes here telling me one thing. Now this gentleman,
Well, he's built more houses than me.
is he
knows.
speaking for you tonight? Or is he giving his opinion to me? I'm just trying to,
I'm just a redneck.
He's,
that's good.
he brought up the point to me
What?
that every home on Edgemere Ave has an easement across from their driveway to the street. Every home has an easement. Matter of fact, almost every home around the lake has an easement. How are they all insured? How is the town protected on all these easements? On all the easements on Jersey Ave? Because the road is 25 feet wide and the people's property ends at that 25 feet, but they all have driveways that cross over. Every one of them.
But they don't have a 13-foot wall.
Well, no, some of them are 10 feet, some are 6 feet. There's walls on most of the properties to hold back the mountain. And this is one of the things we discussed.
You're saying all those are encroaching on village property?
All of them, but and mine too. Mine, it was built that way. My driveway, and I have a circular driveway. When it comes out, it crosses right over village property, and it's been there for 20 some odd years to get to the road. You have to cross the village property to get to the road.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
this big thing about the insurance, you already have
okay.
it.
Well, I mean, that's it. I spoke, you spoke. Unless you want to add
No,
anything,
we're good. We're good.
Thank you though for your.
Well, would you mind looking into, do you have the same rules if you put the wall on your own property as you do having insurance if it's not?
Sure, I will look into that for you, and I'll get back to Eric.
Okay, because this insurance in perpetuity could hurt the value of the house.
Then don't build a wall. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not sure what you're looking for.
It may come to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's why I'm asking you.
Yeah, I got a duty to about 3,500 village residents that I
Of
have
which
to-
I'm one.
Oh, and there you are.
And I've paid my money. I want my ticket.
Yeah, well, we just spent 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
I think we're on the same page as far
All
as
right,
that
I'll
goes.
discuss this further with you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank
We
you.
need two
Unless you have anything else you want to
specific-
add.
No, we're good. The
it was
specifics
just
on
a
two
question.
policies.
Oh,
That's
no,
all.
no.
That you're
No, I
looking
wasn't
for.
sure if you were asking for
Because
the heck of it or
if
you're
you would
speaking.
accept that, if it's not on your property,
Yeah. See, now we're talking planning, zoning. I don't do that, okay? I have professionals that do that. That's why I couldn't answer you. I don't know.
I'm just asking you possibly to look into.
I will. No,
And
I'll definitely look
It
into
may
it.
ease some of the questions.
Sure.
It may ease
Well,
everything.
it sounds like if we can button this up tomorrow before noon if we can get on the phone with the attorney, so.
All right,
And that'll be good.
that would be good.
Okay, have a good
nice
evening.
night, everybody. Have a nice Thanksgiving.
You
Happy
too.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Okay, gonna go right into, anybody have anything? Okay, right into resolution 33. I'd like to have a resolution reappointing Eileen Astorino, Town of Warwick Clerk, as Register of Vital Statistic for a 4-year term to expire 12/31/29.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Trustee Cellier? Trustee Veth, second. All aye?
Aye.
And I'd like to have a resolution authorizing the Village of Greenwood Lake to apply for a New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services Cybersecurity Grant Program to apply for up to $50,000 in funding on a reimbursement basis with no matching funds. This is to secure obviously, our cyber network and everything like that. So it's a grant. Maddie would love to get a $50,000 grant, I think, for IT stuff, but anyway, do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay. Trustee Veth? Seconded by Trustee Polari. All aye?
Aye. I'd like to have a motion to approval to pay all audited bills.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
That was Cellier? Did you make the motion?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you second, right? Trustee Polari, second. All aye?
Aye. I'd like to have a motion to accept the minutes of the October 15th, 2025 Village Board meeting and the October 31st, 2025 special meeting and workshop. Do I
I'll
have a
make
motion?
that motion.
I'll second.
Okay. Trustee Veth, seconded by Trustee Polari. All aye?
Aye.
We have no budget amendments, and we are not going into executive session. The next regular village board meeting is scheduled for December 17th at 6 p.m. here. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, trustee Celiak,
Second.
trustee Polari, all aye.
Aye. Thank you very much, everybody out there. Have a great Thanksgiving. Safe Thanksgiving if you're traveling. Meeting's closed.